Yep, quarter-final round action in the UEFA Champions League. It's been a riveting one so far. Of course, Inter and City with the advantage after the first leg yesterday, and Real Madrid and AC Milan with the 1-0 lead at the halftime interval, and over at the San Siro, Milan with the goal there. So let's take a look.
Options right and left. Rafael. A bullet finish from Benacer, and Milan have the advantage from one end of the pitch to the other.
And Merrick tries to clear with his right boot. I don't know why he doesn't dive and block it. He tries to clear with his right boot, and it's up into the roof of the net to give Milan the lead.
Bill, Chelsea started off real strong, Andrew. Felix with an opportunity inside the area, hesitated just a little bit and just couldn't get by the keeper. It was a wonderful break for Chelsea.
First thing, he should have cut across the defender that's retreating, Militao, so he has to foul him, but he kept going away from goal, and Militao straight to goal. Yeah, and it became very acute.
Yeah. A little bit disappointed with Real Madrid giving up that opportunity there, but then they eventually settled and had a few chances of their own, Andrew.
Yes, majority of Real Madrid's attack down their left side.
Yep.
So they're really targeting that Reece James, Wesley Fofana, Fort there. Vinicius and Benzema are really creating problems for them.
Yeah, they have been creating the chances, and wonderful opportunity here. Vinicius Jr. with the shot initially, the save made by Arrizabalaga. Benzema mopping up. No issue there for offside, obviously, but Benzema in the right place at the right time yet again. And yeah, a real poacher is Benzema. We spoke about him before the start of the game, and again he comes up trumps, and Real Madrid have been looking better and better as the proceedings continue. Simon, bringing you into the discussion, what did you make of that first half?
Well, I was surprised by how much space there was in that game. You know, for both teams, the midfield area was pretty wide open, which is probably better news for Real Madrid than it is for Chelsea. But it did mean Chelsea had some opportunity to get forward from midfield. And what we were talking about before the game, about their lack of a real strike attack there, I think we saw. And their defence, the result of that was Chelsea's defence was exposed quite a few times. So I think the longer this game goes on, unless Chelsea find a way to tighten up that midfield and close down some of those spaces, Benzema and Real Madrid are going to get more opportunities in this second half.
Not the type of chances we expect Chelsea to create, especially initially in the second minute of play, Andrew, when the ball over the top, asking Felix to actually chase down and convert.
Yeah, actually very surprised that Real Madrid were that open in the second minute of the game. It's the first leg of the tie as well. It's not like they're chasing. So you look, you're not expecting them to be that open. So really surprised there.
Yeah, but in the end they did manage to create a few more chances, and again, it's a pretty close game, but Madrid, they appear to be a little comfortable right now, Simon.
Yeah, I think, you know, you're looking at this game and thinking if it continues like this, Real Madrid are going to win 2 or 3-0. Chelsea aren't playing badly, but in order to get something out of this game, they have to frustrate Real Madrid, and they're not really doing that. This open game's great for us. I mean, it's been very enjoyable to watch. But from a tactical point of view for Chelsea, it's not the way that they're going to win this game, I don't think.
Yeah. That's very true. Like, you have to decide as a coach or a team, how many deaths do you want to die by? And it's best to just decide to die by one. So Chelsea...
Which is what Bayern failed to do yesterday as well.
There's space behind Chelsea, but also, if they're high up the field, they're not closing down Real Madrid's midfielders. So you're not closing down any high up the field, and then you're giving up the space behind. It's either you're going to drop deep, cut out the space behind for Real Madrid, and allow them to come at you, which will open more chances for counter-attacks. Mind you, they don't have that quick player on the end of the counter-attacks. But if you're high up, then you have to at least put pressure on them high up the field. And they are doing neither now.
But in terms of personnel, what are the changes that you're expecting, Andrew, from Chelsea?
It's pretty tough, but clearly, you would need somebody with a little bit more pace in the forward line. Because if we're going to sit deep, then we need to... Obviously, Real Madrid are offering spaces behind where you can explode into, but you need somebody with pace to capitalize on that. That's one of the big changes they need to make right now.
Simon, what would you do in terms of changes possibly for Chelsea?
Well, I think tactically, he needs to decide what he's doing with those two wing backs. So, you know, if they're going to play really far up the field and run the risk of leaving Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. behind them, then that's quite a cavalier approach. I think, you know, Reece James is so good getting forward that the temptation there is to do that. I would be looking to, you know, to play more, you know, we talk about is it 5 at the back or 5 in midfield. I'd be looking to play more 5 at the back and compress the midfield a little bit more. Who do they have who could come on and do that? Well, Jorginho would be quite good for a game like this, but they sold him to Arsenal, didn't they? So, you know, and I think Enzo Fernandez is playing very well, actually. But the other option they've got up front is Kai Havertz off the bench, of course. He could give them, you know, they have some pace there with Sterling, but it's more having a presence up front, really. I'm not sure. João Felix is much better playing off the strikers, playing behind 2 men or behind a big player. So I think we'll probably see Havertz at some stage. And the other option will be Pulisic, who can come on and maybe link the play a little bit if they do manage to compress that midfield.
Yeah, and Simon, again, supporting your point, it seems like it's not just a score we're getting visions of, but Wesley Fofana is on a yellow card and it's up against Vinicius with little help from Reece James. So if Reece James continues to bomb up the field, then Vinicius will continue to have a field day on that Chelsea right-hand side.
Yeah, and they've been lucky there a few times where Real Madrid have been sucked into the box a little bit too early and not been able to take advantage of those situations. But they will come again if they carry on playing like this. They're getting those space in the channels, in the left and right inside channels, and that's what they want. And Benzema looks dangerous all the time, doesn't he? So it's a good game. You know, I think it's an interesting game. Chelsea aren't out of it yet, but they have to find a way to sort of get a grip on the tempo of the game and make it more a frustrating occasion for Real Madrid.
Well, Real Madrid leading Chelsea by a 1-0. It's time to return back to the Bernabeu for second half action between these two. Stay with us.